Welcome back. Loxia has a very good idea, but the specialized industry are also facing a lot of issues. Watch.
At first, most stores on Loxia 100's website would choose contacts from the family business. As Loxia 100 grows, more and more stores have put their products on the platform and tried to develop delivery services. Now customers can order afternoon tea from 200 brands, ranging from coffee, milk tea to cakes and sandwiches. Loxia 100 promises to have the afternoon tea delivery to your door in an hour. Based on the different requirements of delivery, orders are divided into 3 categories.
As for delivering cakes and coffee, they need both cold chain logistics and stability. First, there's a box to keep food cold. It's hardware. Then the delivery men need to be trained about the responsibility. Otherwise, even if there is a cold chain box, the shape of the cake will be destroyed due to carelessness of the delivery man. For things like coffee and cakes, the prices are high and the customers will have a higher demand for delivery. So these kinds of orders will be delivered by our own team. The second category is delivering milk tea and Cantonese-style desserts and egg tarts. Those kinds of orders are also delivered by us now. The third category is cookies and bread. These are the easiest to be delivered. So we've outsourced this kind of delivery.
Ji says that there is no existing delivery company that can meet such high standards of delivering. So the company established its own delivery team of around 400 people in 6 cities. Now about 10% of the afternoon tea is delivered by outsourced couriers. This 10% of orders are the easiest kinds to deliver. And Loxia 100's own team is responsible for delivering the rest. Now Loxia 100 has 20,000 orders every day. 70% of its customers are white collars and 78% of them are women. The strict standards of delivering and the more targeted customer group make many brands willing to cooperate with Loxia 100, including the kinds that people seldom think can be delivered. For example, frozen yogurt.
There are very few brands in Shanghai, even in China, to do the delivery of ice cream, because it can easily melt. We will pack the ice cream with special boxes to keep it cold, and the delivery process is very important as well. We gave Loxia 100 a complete product, and they are able to deliver it to customers very quickly, so the quality of the product can be guaranteed.
Youba's 20 stores in Shanghai have put their products on the platform of Loxia 100. Youba says that for every store, the average orders on Loxia 100 account for 5% of the sales. That means total orders of 20 stores on the platform every month is equivalent to the sales of a physical store. Loxia 100 also attracts bakery brands that have been established for a long time, but are looking after new opportunities in the internet age. Ichi Bakery is one of them.
Ichi Bakery has been established for 16 years. We have operated the business through our physical stores for a long time. We hope that cooperating with Loxia 100 can help us cover a range of more than 1 kilometer and attract customers with further distances, so our products will be promoted.
Loxia 100 charges commission from those stores on the platform. It varies from 15% to 25% of their sales. But what makes Loxia 100 different from other O2O catering platforms is that it really provides subsidies to customers, as the company thinks it's not sustainable for development. O2O catering platforms like Ele.me and Meituan collaborated with certain restaurants to pass on sizable discounts. Sometimes they took as much as 50% off the bill. O2O companies have to pay for these discounts. Every company is reluctant to say how much money they have spent on this. But the fact is that these companies are continuously raising money from venture capitals. Ele.me, one of the earliest and biggest O2O catering platforms in China, received 6 rounds of investments in 5 years. The total amount exceeded $1.1 billion. Its biggest competitor, Meituan, has just merged with Dazhong. It's estimated that the new company will soon receive a new round of investments of $3 billion. Kong Huawei, the chief expert of Zhangjiang Technology Investment, says that this way of using subsidies to expand the market and keep customers is not good for the growth of the O2O catering industry.
Now, all the programs with the label of O2O can get huge amounts of money. It's as if O2O can solve everyone's problems. And as if after the establishment of an O2O platform, people can eat 5 meals a day and drink 10 coffees a day. Does this need to continuously increase? If the need does not increase, whatever O2O platforms do, they will fail eventually. This is why many O2O platforms have failed now.
Capitals are continuously flowing into the O2O industry, but they still cannot turn O2O companies into profitable ones. So Loxia 100 is trying something different.
Professor Jia, can you comment on some of the challenges Loxia 100 faces?
Right. I see 3 main challenges. The first one is demand. As you mentioned, Tracy, this is a very niche market. Not every girl eats dessert, right? So if there is the upper limit as to how big this market is, well, there is an upper limit as to how big your company can grow, right? So this is one potential challenge. And the second challenge is the fact that this sector has little barrier to entry, right? We know that Loxia 100 is essentially a platform that connects between the bakery lines and the customers, right? So the company's success hinges critically on its ability to create so-called the network effect. Its ability to aggregate many different brands of bakeries and many different customers. If the company fails to do that, it can be taken down very quickly by its competitors. And the third challenge I see is the fact that the company operates with a very heavy model because it's a delivery company. So it needs to invest a lot of cash into building the delivery team, especially because the delivery of dessert and cold and hot beverage requires higher level of sophisticated equipment. So this is additional capital expenditure on the part of the company as well.
Professor Jia, I personally do not eat a lot of desserts, but we know the majority of Loxia 100's customers are actually female customers. Can you comment on this kind of so-called her economy?
Of course, right. This is a very interesting phenomenon because if you look at all these e-commerce platforms in China, their business are pretty much built upon women, right? Meaning, women are their biggest clients, their target clients. And if you look at sort of the consumption behavior of women, they're relatively less price sensitive, but they obviously have higher expectation or more demanding in terms of the quality of service, right? So for Loxia 100 as an example, the company really needs to work hard on its internal management to ensure the company is able to deliver a high quality overall experience to their customers. I actually took a look at the Loxia 100's customer review on one of the leading customer review website in China, and of course there are a lot of good reviews, but I also happened to catch some of the relatively negative reviews. Basically all these negative comments are related to how Loxia 100 wasn't able to deliver the products on time, and how when they try to call the customer service, there's nobody there to pick it up. So you can see that all these negative reviews are actually related to the service quality. So I think for this kind of business to do well, it really needs to work hard on the internal management.
That's right. Professor Zhao, we know that Loxia 100 works with a lot of bakeries. So what can the company focus on to better serve its customers?
Right. Well, I think there's several dimensions. One is to focus very hard on CRM, customer relationship management. We know the company basically is an online sales platform or channel for these offline bakeries. So it's very important for the company to be able to acquire customers and also bring business to these partnering bakeries. And the more business it can bring to these partnering bakeries, the more bargaining power Loxia 100 will have, and the more stable the business relationship will be. So the customer relationship management really refers to managing all these customers that Loxia 100 has for these bakeries. And the second dimension the company needs to focus on is the service quality, because Loxia 100 essentially is an extended part of these bakeries business, right? So the service quality provided by Loxia 100 will directly impact the brand image of these bakeries as well. So I think that's another dimension that the company needs to work on. And the third dimension is actually finance, because we know that when you work with partners, the payment cycle between the vendor and the company is actually different from the payment cycle between your customers and the company, right? So how do you manage the two cycles and make sure the cash flow is still, cash flow is healthy? I think that's another challenge.
These are very difficult challenges to surpass.
That's right.
Well, Loxia has many challenges, but the business is still growing. Let's discuss the company's operation logistics after the break.